Good afternoon, my dear students, and welcome to Tripura Interactive Virtual Classroom. So, before starting the class, answer me that how are you all? Very good. Okay. So, I think all of you have remembered that we are doing a revision series right now, and each and every topic we did in our previous sessions also. Okay. Now, so we were learning about what? Which topic? Very good. We were learning about wonderful world of science, isn't it? We were learning about wonderful world of science. Means all the wonders, all the things we are watching in our surroundings. Okay. So we learn and we are going to learn about every single thing. Okay. So now today is for our part 2 session. And look at the screen. What can we see? Exactly, we are watching as our Earth, isn't it? Our Earth, and it's rotating. Okay, it's rotating. Our Earth is rotating on its own axis as well as in the around of our Sun also. Okay, after that, the line is saying Earth is the only known planet that supports life. And that is very true that only in the earth we can found life. We can found our life system, living beings, um, all the extra essential. What can I say? All the extra essential theories. Okay. After that, now here we can see when the sun rises, our day starts, isn't it? When the sun rises, our day starts, and here there are two and three. What? Elephants, they are drinking water as well as they are what, they are taking bath by the help of their trunk. By the help of their trunk they are taking bath. Okay, now in this slide we can see there are some rabbits and they are playing here and there. There are some rabbits and they are playing here and there. Now here we can see there are two or three deers. After that we can see a very beautiful giraffe. Then we can see here we can see a what? A fox. All the different variety of various kinds of animals. Those are lives in the jungle only. Okay, here we can see a very beautiful peacock, and we know that peacock is our national bird, isn't it? Peacock is our national bird. Okay, so after all of these things, here we can conclude that forest is home to many animals and birds. Since we have seen lots of different kinds of animals, different kinds of birds, so we can conclude it too that forest is home to many animals and birds. Okay, now here what can we see in the screen? We can see two or three very beautiful duck. Okay, very beautiful duck. Okay, now and we can see there are small baby ducks also, isn't it? Okay, after that what can we see on the screen? Here it's saying that duck live near the pond to swim and find food. Since like they are a living being also. Okay, like us only, they are living being. So for growing up, for surviving, they need food. Okay, they need food, and it's saying that duck lives near the pond to swim and for food. Okay, now in the next part we can see it's a garden, isn't it? It's a garden, and which type of plant we are observing here? Very good. It's a corn garden, isn't it? It's a corn garden. Okay. Now here, which kind of plant? Can you imagine? Which kind of plant is this? Exactly. This is cactus. This is what? This is cactus, and we can see cactus in the desert only, isn't it? In the desert only. Okay. And what is this? camel, right? It's a camel. Okay. Now here there is important thing we should know, that is what? There's a very important thing we should know, and that is a camel is well adapted to survive in hot and dry desert. That camel is well adaptive. Now, what is the meaning of this word adapted or adaptive? And most importantly, adaptation. Most importantly, adaptation. So, adaptation is a very important and natural phenomena, that is when we try so much hard to survive in a particular situation or in a particular environment. Okay, when we are changing ourselves internally as well as externally. When we try to change ourselves internally as well as externally to survive in a particular or in a extreme kind of environment or surroundings, those changes, okay, those changes are termed as adaptation, because adaptation helps us to survive in a situation. So since we know that in desert there are very scarcity of water, okay, like in our place in Tripura, we don't have that much shortage of water. We have hand pump, we have supplies, we have pond, we have river here. But in desert, like Sahara desert, like Thar desert, those kind of in those kind of desert there are a lots of shortage of water, scarcity of water. So to, because since they have to live in them in there only na, those camels, okay, those camels, those cactus plants, they have to live in there. So what they did, they have adapted themselves in that region only, in that environment, in that weather only. Okay, okay, so this thing called adaptation, and here it's saying a camel is well adapted to survive in a dry desert where water is not normally found. Okay, after that, now I was talking about water, and this is water. Okay, here we can see it's a deep ocean, and we can see very different kinds of various kinds of plants, various kind of fishes, they are swimming here and there. Okay, after that it's saying a vast ocean is home to many water animal as well as water plant, okay, as well as water plants. A vast animal is a home to many water animals, like we can found various different kinds of fish, okay, various different kinds of water animals, similarly with various different kinds of plant. Okay, now moving forward, now what is this? It's a polar bear, right? It's a polar bear. Okay, and we know that we have familiar with this word bear, isn't it? We are familiar with this word bear, but all the other bears we found in a different color only, like black or dark brown. But the bear we found in this region, in Arctic region or polar region, they are generally white in color. Okay, they are white in color. Now why white? Why not black? Why not brown like others? This is also a very important what? This is also a very important point, and the answer is adaptation. And the answer is what? And the answer is adaptation. Now, question may arise that, ma'am, why adaptation here? Because we can see, since this whole place is covered with snow or ice, isn't it? The whole place is covered with snow or ice, so we can see it's full of white in color, not like greenery, not bluish, not like yellow or a brown color like the desert has, but it's full of white. So since it's full of white in color, when the hunter comes, if the bear remains as it is, like brown or black, then it's very easy for the hunter to hunt them. Okay, to hunt them or to hurt them. So to prevent themselves from this hurting or hunting, they have changed their physical feature. Okay, they have changed their physical feature, and all those things they are termed as adaptation. And this is also a very important example. You can see adaptation here. Like polar bear, we can see a polar bear lives in the cold Arctic region. Arctic region. Now, just suppose this is our Earth. Okay, suppose this is our Earth. In Earth, we have two poles. We know one is North Pole and another one is South Pole. One pole is known as Arctic Pole and another pole is known as Antarctic Pole. Okay, these two poles. Okay, now it's saying the polar bear lives in the cold Arctic region. Okay, now here what can we see? We can see a very beautiful nest of a bird, and the mother bird is feeding. It's feeding to her child. Okay, it's feeding to her child. Now, similarly, that a mother bird feeds her little one safely in the nest. Okay, the mother bird is feeding her little one safely in the nest. Okay, now for the next one, here, look at the screen. What can we see? Exactly, we can see very beautiful sunflower garden, isn't it? Very beautiful sunflower garden. Now, if you look closely, we saw that whenever the sun gets down, whenever the sun sets, they are moving their head towards the ground, isn't it? They are moving their head towards the ground. If I replay this video, look, when the sun is rising, the head of the sunflower is moving towards the sun only, and similarly after that when the sun sets down, they tilted back to the ground. The same thing happens again, okay, for the next day. So from all of these things, what can we conclude? We can say lastly that sunflower turns towards the sun for light and growth. Sunflower turns towards the sun for light and growth. Okay, for light and growth, because sunflower needs sunlight. We know, like all the other plants, because all the other plants needs light for photosynthesis. By that photosynthesis mechanism, they produce their food and they grow up. Similarly, sunflower also needs light for their growth, but we can see a very special kind of mechanism in sunflower, that is they move towards, they tilt their head towards the sun only. Okay, okay. Now from this slide, what can we see? Okay, before that, we know that everything we are watching right now in our slide, first the ocean, second that the bird in the nest, third the rotation of the sunflower, fourth the adaptation of camel in the desert, fifth the adaptation of cactus plant in desert, sixth the adaptation of polar bear in the poles, and seventh the adaptation or the living their habitation of these two elephant in the jungle. Every single thing, and all of these kind of thing I am watching here, they all are different, isn't it? They all are different, and everything are present in our earth only. So we can say lastly that our earth is the only planet that supports life, with various kind of plant, with various kinds of animal, with various kinds of living organisms. You can't find we can't find life in Mars, we can't find life in Venus, all the other six planets, we can't find life in them, but our earth is the only planet that supports life. Okay, now here, earth is home to a vast variety. Earth is home to a vast variety of planets and animals that thrive in different regions on this planet. What is the meaning of this word thrive? It's saying that Earth is home to a vast variety of planets. Okay, like we saw that in Earth, in planets also, in plants also, there are lots of plants. Okay, there are lots of different kinds of plants, there are lots of variety of plants, isn't it? Similarly for the animals also, cat, dog, tiger, lion, squirrel, rabbits, hen, duck, lots of different kinds of animals are there. So it's saying Earth is a home of vast variety of plants and animals that thrive in the different region. Now, if I take a cactus, okay, a cactus from the desert, and I place it into this Arctic region, it won't survive. It will not survive. Or if I take that polar bear from the Arctic region and place it into that desert, do you think that it will survive? It will not survive because it is not adaptive in that region, isn't it? It is not adaptive in that region. Similarly, the cactus is, they are adapted in a particular way that they can live a long time without water. Okay, without water, or with a very less amount of water. But in that Arctic region, it's full of ice, means it's full of water, so it won't survive there. Okay, it will rot, it will rot. So it's saying that they thrive, means they grow very fast, they grow very fast, they thrive in different region on this planet. Okay, they thrive in different region on this planet. Okay, now understood till now? Okay, very good. Now moving forward, look at the screen. We can see there are lots of people, or I can say they are farmers. They are digging something and they are planting. They are planting. Okay. Now, Earth has an environment that we must protect. Okay, Earth has an environment that we must protect. We can't just cut off all the trees, we can't just throw garbages here and there, we can't pollute our water, our soil, our air, because we are living in Earth and Earth has a particular environment. So all of us, we should know how to protect our Earth. Okay, okay, and then what is it? We can see a very beautiful plant, isn't it? We can see a very beautiful plant. And if anyone asks that how many parts of a plant, then in very simple word I can say a plant are divided into two main parts. One is root and another one is stem. Okay, root and stem. Root is the portion that is placed underwater, under the soil, and the stem that grows above. Okay, above the soil. Okay. Now here is saying, have you ever observed a seed growing into a plant? Very interesting. Okay, have you ever observed this, my dear students? Okay, now we are going to observe the thing, that how from a very tiny small seed we can get this kind of this kind of large plant. Okay, now here we can see lots of people, they are sowing some seeds. Okay, they are sowing some seeds. Okay, after that, look, this is a very tiny small seed, we can see, isn't it? When we place that seed in the soil, it absorbs all the nutrient, all the minerals from the soil, because it has to grow, isn't it? It has to grow. Okay, after that it started sprouting. Okay, after that it started sprouting, and here we can see from the small tiny little seed, now we have a very big plant. Okay, we have a very big plant. Okay, now in this slide also we can see it's a very beautiful butterfly, isn't it? It's a very beautiful butterfly. It came and it sits on a leaf and it laid some eggs. It laid some eggs. After that egg, we can see a very small larva. that eats the small, the tiny immature leaf, and from that larva, now here it's a caterpillar. The caterpillar start forming the cocoon. Okay, the caterpillar start forming the cocoon, and after the maturation of cocoon, now finally we can have a very beautiful butterfly. Okay, finally we can have this very beautiful butterfly. So this is the life cycle of a butterfly. What? This is the life cycle of a butterfly. First egg, then larva, then from that larva caterpillar, then cocoon, and that a very beautiful butterfly. The last stage is butterfly. Okay. Now, here's the question. Here's the question is, have you seen a caterpillar transform into a butterfly? Have you ever seen a caterpillar transform into a butterfly? Okay, very good. Now, moving forward, here we can see four examples. Okay, here we can see four examples. And first one, in the first row, from a tiny little seed, this kind of large plant grow. Okay, from seed to a large plant or a sapling. In the next in the next, from egg to a very beautiful butterfly. From egg, a very beautiful butterfly. These are the cycles of our life. These are the cycles of life. Okay. Now the question is, how do plant and animal grow? The question is, how do plants and animal grow? Okay. Now what can we see in the screen? It's a school, right? It's a school, and we can see the three friends. They're just sitting and they're going to have their lunch. They're going to have their lunch, and the boy, he's saying that I am feeling hungry, time to eat something healthy. He's saying that I am feeling hungry and it's time to eat some healthy. In reply, the girl said, my mother always makes healthy food. My mother always makes healthy food. Okay. After that, the boy, he's saying, I wonder what happens if we stop eating healthy food. Okay. Now the boy he has some doubts. He has some questions that I wonder what happens if we stop eating healthy food. Do you know what will happen if we stop eating healthy food? Instead of that, we eat all the junk foods like chips, chocolate, ice cream. Okay. Now, we want the answer, right? We want the answer that what will happen if we stop eating healthy food. Okay. Before that, in this slide, we can see there are lots of plants and a sun, isn't it? And a sun. When the sunlight comes in contact with these plants, what happens at the time? Here we can see a deer came and he started eating all those small and fleshy leaves. All those small and fleshy leaves. Okay, before that, plants can make their own food, isn't it? Plants can make their own food. Okay, obviously by the help of what? By the help of sunlight. By the help of sunlight, oxygen, and what? And water and all the other minerals, vitamins that they absorb from the soil. Okay. Now, what is the process called? I said earlier, what is the process called? By that process, that plant makes their own food. Very good. That is photosynthesis. Okay, that is photosynthesis. Okay. Okay, before that we saw that a plant, they can make their own food. Okay, after that a deer came and he started eating that plant. It means it is herbivore. Herbivore means all the animals that eats only green plants. Okay, they don't have they doesn't eat any kind of meat. they only eats green plants. Those plants are termed as or are called as herbivores. Okay, after that here we can see a leopard, and he is eating that dead deer. That dead deer. Okay, he hunts that deer, and after that he kills that deer, and now he is eating that deer meat. Okay, means it's carnivore. All the animals, though they all the animals that eat other animals, the meat of other animals, are termed as carnivore. Okay, now after that here we can see a very beautiful, which bird it is? Exactly, it's a very beautiful parrot. Okay, it's a very beautiful parrot, and he is enjoying his mango, isn't it? He is enjoying his mango. Okay, now here we can see a man. He is standing in his own kitchen, and he is having that apple. He is having that apple. Okay, now after this, the milk we drink, okay, the milk we drink is directly comes from our cow. Okay, cow. And here a cat is drinking that milk, isn't it? Cat is drinking that milk. And here we can see a very beautiful bird is eating some kinds of grains, Okay, now here is a lizard or a reptile. We can see a lizard and a reptile. It eats insects. Okay, insects or caterpillar or something like that. Okay, after that here we can see two girls like us only. They are having their dinner. Okay, they are having their dinner or lunch. Okay, they are eating in a dining table. Okay, now all these examples, if you look very carefully, all these examples are taking us to a direction that points the word or points that direct um, points towards us to know what is food. Okay, what is food? Now here it's saying food provides the nutrient responsible for growth and development. Okay, food provides the nutrients that is responsible for growth and development, because we need food for our own growth and development, right? We need food for our own growth and development. Okay, now moving forward. Here what can we see? What can we see in the screen? Okay, we can see there are some ladies, and what? There are some ladies, they are sewing something, isn't it? There are some ladies, they are sewing something. Okay, now in the other hand, the little sapling they started growing. Okay, the little sapling they started growing, and now we can see mature fruits of rice, isn't it? Mature fruits of rice. Okay, now in this slide we can see it's heavily raining, isn't it? It's heavily raining. Okay, now after raining, here what can we see? We can see a very, like, he's so excited. He opened the door, and he went for a walk. Okay, he went for a walk, and suddenly he jumped into that stacked water. Suddenly he jumped into that stacked water. Okay, now he's thinking. What is thinking? He's thinking that I wonder why and how it rains. Very valid question that he's thinking, that I wonder why and how it rains. Okay, now we want that answer, isn't it? We want that answer. Okay, and the next question is, have you ever jumped in a puddle when it rained? I'm asking to you, have you ever jumped in a puddle when it rains? Okay, very good. Now, the next question asking that, have you ever wondered why and how it rains? Have you ever wondered? Have ever this question comes in your mind that how and why it rains? Okay. Now, we want that answer, isn't it? We want that answer. Okay. Here we can see the girl, she is cooking, and after that, okay, here. Now, there's a lots of tiny droplets of water, isn't it? Lots of tiny droplets of water. Now, here, in the next thing also, when this woman, she's pouring some water in the ice tray, and she put that ice tray inside that deep freezer. Okay. After that, when she pulled out that ice tray, now what can we see? There are lots of ice cubes. This is how we make ice cube in our home, na? Okay. Now, the question is asking that, have you noticed the change in states of water? Have you ever imagined or have you noticed that how the states of the water change? Like in the first we saw what? Water droplets. First we saw water droplets. Before that we saw rain in the form of water. After that, when we boil water, okay, when you boil water, it starts steaming. If we cover something, okay, if we cover something above of that steam, then we can find a lots of what small water droplet. Okay, now after that, if we collect some water and put that into a ice tray, and put that ice tray into the freezer, then we can find all the ice. So in all these things we can see the change of states of the water. Okay, now here, when she while she was cooking, she saw some kinds of and the lots of water droplets. Okay, when when we cook or when we boil some water or boil some veggies, we can see all these steam. Okay, after that, it's saying becomes water boils becomes steam when we heat it. Water boils become steam when we heat it, and we know that. Now in the next, water freezes, and when water freezes becomes ice when we cool it. Okay, when we cool water, it becomes ice or ice cube. When we heat water, it becomes steam. Okay, now here we can see a boy. He went in front of the fridge and he opened that fridge. Now he is going to drink some water. Okay, now the question is asking, do you enjoy drinking cold water in the summer? Do you enjoy drinking cold water in summer? Okay, now in the next slide we can see a boy. He he just went to take some bath. Okay, he went to take some bath. Okay, here also we can see, now she's so sick. This girl, she's so sick, and the she went to a doctor for checkup. Okay, now since the timing of this class is almost about to end, so I will end my class today here. I think every concept and everything that we learned today you understood. So I am ending this class right here. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.